Today's tip is actually all about screens. I'm not talking about all of your phones and laptops and computers. I'm talking actually about your screens that you're looking at right now, your computer screens. There is and has been a movement to have multiple screens, multiple monitors, multiple projectors, laptops here, iPads, and everything all set up. I will tell you that a lot of times this creates, if too much, this can create a tendency to multitask. So that right now, as we're following this, you might have a tendency to be over here looking at your email, answering, or doing some kind of Teams meeting that you shouldn't be involved in when you're present. So, in order to avoid that, I actually do suggest that you use no more than two. I used to suggest using just one. But now, even with using one monitor and one screen, it's actually simple, almost too simple to create multiple screens on your screens, so that you have 7 or 8. So be careful of that. But I think having the two monitors or two screens, the dual monitor setup, is quite productive if you do one thing. And here's the one thing: if your monitor on the side that's not your main monitor is your calendar. Now, you guys know, those of you that are in the program with me know that ideal calendar is huge, that it's what we follow, it's what we preach and teach so that you can be more productive and then utilize your time. So if you're going to have two monitors, make sure that the other monitor is your calendar. It stays your calendar. You're not checking email from it. You're not doing tasks from it, but it's there to help guide you throughout the day. All right. Then use your other monitor to do one task at a time, one thing that you're focusing on. I've given lots of other tips about dropping is, more than, if you've got more than 5 or 6 browsers, you really ought to do a browser audit and kill the other browsers. This is kind of the similar comment. Don't give yourself too many screens to be looking at, to constantly be going back and forth. Here's the one exception though. My one exception for this tip is if you're working on a project that requires you to do some research and you need a document open on one so that you can create the other document. I know, if you're working on a real estate contract or a life insurance contract or investment contract or something, you need that other screen, fine, make that exception. But when you're done with the project, kill it, get it back to your calendar, and stay focused. That's my tip for today. And I'd love feedback from you all. Let me know in the comments.